Post-game update, Taylor suffered a sprained ankle in the loss, per ESPN's Adam Schefter. Taylor was seen in a walking boot after the game in which the Colts suffered perhaps the worst regular season loss in NFL history. The Vikings came back to win 39-36 in overtime. Taylor missed almost all the game with an ankle injury. As a result, Jackson and Moss led the backfield. Moss saw the most carries with 24 for 81 yards, which isn't very good. Jackson had 13 carries for 55 yards and a receiving TD. Jackson is the better running back, but it seems Moss will get more touches on the ground. Update: Taylor has been ruled out for the remainder of Saturday's game versus the Vikings due to an ankle injury. Jackson and Moss are splitting the touches in the backfield. Jackson has a bit more upside since he's being used in the passing game more and Moss isn't very good. We'll need to wait on an update on Taylor, but for now, if you survive this week, picking up Jackson makes the most sense on waivers. Indianapolis Colts airbay Jonathan Taylor has gone to the medical tent during the first drive on Saturday in Week 15 versus the Minnesota Vikings. The Colts later announced that Taylor is questionable to return to the game due to an ankle injury. Taylor had one catch for 13 yards before exiting the game. He was seen going back to the locker room, which isn't a good sign. Update: Taylor remains out and Jackson has taken a pass for a TD on the 1-yard line. The Colts are rolling up 17-0 in the first quarter and should use plenty of Moss and Jackson the rest of the game with a lead. Zack Moss is in at running back for the Colts and hasn't been very effective on the ground so far. He is getting all the touches while Taylor is on the sideline, which should have huge fantasy football implications for the first round of your playoffs. If Taylor is forced to miss the rest of the game, that could be catastrophic if you have him. Moss could end up being a very trendy waiver wire pickup if you're able to survive the potential loss of Taylor. Moss finished with 4 carries for no yards. Yes, we know, on that first drive after Taylor left. The Colts were also unable to covert in the red zone and kicked a field goal. Indy's offense looked solid against the Vikings' defense early on, which is encouraging if Taylor can get back into the game. Deon Jackson is getting some work on the next series for the Colts.